Another day, another story, Mahabharata. The Mahabharata is one of the two major Sanskrit epics of ancient India, the other being the Ramayana. The events of the Mahabharata are said to have taken place in ancient India, primarily in the region now known as the northern part of the Indian subcontinent. The epic is set in the kingdoms of the Kuru dynasty, with many of the events taking place in the region surrounding the modern-day city of Delhi. However, the story of the Mahabharata has had a profound impact on Indian culture and continues to be a source of inspiration and wisdom for many people. It is an epic narrative of the Kurukshetra war and the fates of the Kaurava and the Pandava princes. The Mahabharata is believed to have been composed between 400 BCE and 400 CE and is traditionally ascribed to the sage Vyasa. The story of the Mahabharata revolves around two families, the Kauravas and the Pandavas. The Kauravas are the 100 sons of King Dhritarashtra, the blind king of Hastinapura, while the Pandavas are the 5 sons of King Pandu, the younger brother of Dhritarashtra. The story begins with the rivalry between the Kauravas and the Pandavas. The Kauravas, led by their eldest brother Duryodhana, are jealous of the Pandavas, particularly of their skilled archer and warrior, Arjuna. The Pandavas are exiled to the forest for 13 years, during which time they learn the ways of the forest and gain allies. After their exile, the Pandavas return to claim their rightful share of the kingdom, but Duryodhana refuses to give them anything. The matter is taken to the court of Hastinapura, where the wise King Bhisma advises that the kingdom be divided between the two families. Bhishma, also known as Bhishma Pitama, was a central character in the Mahabharata. He was the son of King Shantanu and the river goddess Ganga, and was renowned for his wisdom, strength, and loyalty to his family. Bhishma played a significant role in the events leading up to the war between the Pandavas and Kauravas. He had taken a vow of celibacy and had pledged to remain loyal to the throne of Hastinapura, which meant that he had to remain neutral in the conflict between the Pandavas and Kauravas, who were both his grandnephews. Despite his loyalty to the throne, Bhishma was highly respected by both sides for his military prowess and his moral values. He was chosen to be the commander-in-chief of the Kuru army, and his presence on the battlefield was seen as a crucial factor in the war. However, Bhishma was faced with a difficult moral dilemma when he realized that the Kauravas, who he had pledged to serve, were in the wrong. Despite his loyalty, Bhishma could not bring himself to fight against the Pandavas, who he believed to be on the side of Dharma, righteousness. Bhishma's role in the war was complicated by his relationship with the Pandavas and his duty to the throne of Hastinapura. Bhishma's role in the war was complicated by his relationship with the Pandavas and his duty to the throne of Hastinapura. Ultimately, he fought on the side of the Kauravas but was mortally wounded in battle by Arjuna. Despite his injuries, he remained alive until the end of the war, and his dying words were a testament to his devotion to Dharma and his respect for the Pandavas. However, Duryodhana is not satisfied and challenges the Pandavas to a game of dice. In the game of dice, the Kauravas cheat and win all the Pandavas' possessions, including their kingdom and their wife, Draupadi. Draupadi is humiliated in the court, but is saved by Lord Krishna, who gives her a boon that she will never run out of clothes while being disrobed. The Pandavas go into exile again, this time for 12 years. After their second exile, the Pandavas return with an army and challenge the Kauravas to war. The battle takes place on the field of Kurukshetra and lasts for 18 days. The Pandavas emerge victorious, but lose many of their loved ones, including the great warrior Karna, who was fighting on the side of the Kauravas but was actually the eldest Pandava's half-brother. After the war, the Pandavas become the rulers of Hastinapura and the surrounding kingdoms. However, they are haunted by guilt and sorrow over the loss of life in the war. Eventually, they renounce their kingdom and retire to the forest to live a life of contemplation. The Mahabharata is not just a story of war and conflict, but also includes many teachings on philosophy, ethics, and spirituality. It is considered one of the greatest literary works of India and has had a profound influence on Indian culture and society. The Mahabharata is not just a story of a great war between two families, but a complex narrative that delves into the human psyche, exploring themes such as love, jealousy, duty, morality, and spirituality. The characters are multi-dimensional, and their actions and motivations are examined in great detail, making the story relatable and engaging. Moreover, the Mahabharata is not just a work of entertainment but also serves as a guide to living a virtuous life. The text contains the Bhagavad Gita, a philosophical discourse between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, which offers guidance on ethical and spiritual dilemmas, and has become a central text in Hinduism. Lord Krishna played a pivotal role in the Mahabharata, helping the Pandavas in their struggle against the Kauravas. Krishna is believed to be an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, and his divine intervention is seen as a crucial factor in the outcome of the war. Krishna acted as a friend, guide, and advisor to the Pandavas, offering them his counsel and support in their time of need. He was instrumental in arranging the marriage of Arjuna with his sister Subhadra, which led to the birth of their son Abhimanyu, who played a key role in the war. Krishna also served as a mediator in the attempts to resolve the conflict between the Pandavas and Kauravas peacefully. When these attempts failed, he agreed to take up arms on the side of the Pandavas but did not participate in the fighting himself. Krishna's most significant contribution to the war came in the form of his counsel to Arjuna, which is recorded in the Bhagavad Gita. In this dialogue, Krishna provides Arjuna with guidance on the nature of dharma, righteousness, the importance of performing one's duty, and the ultimate goal of life, which is to attain liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Krishna's help and guidance were crucial to the Pandavas' victory in the war, and his teachings in the Bhagavad Gita have had a profound impact on Hindu philosophy and spirituality. The Bhagavad Gita is a section of the Mahabharata, a Hindu epic that tells the story of the conflict between two branches of a royal family. It is a dialogue between Lord Krishna, one of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu, and the warrior prince Arjuna, who is having doubts about the upcoming battle. Lord Krishna, who is also Arjuna's charioteer, imparts wisdom and guidance to Arjuna, ultimately convincing him to fulfill his duty as a warrior. The Bhagavad Gita is one of the most important texts in Hinduism, and its teachings have had a profound impact on Indian philosophy and spirituality. It is considered a guide to living a fulfilling life, and its central message is one of devotion to God and selfless action. Lord Krishna emphasizes the importance of detachment from material desires and the ego, and encourages Arjuna to focus on performing his duties without attachment to the outcome. The Bhagavad Gita is revered for its insights into the nature of the self and the universe, and its teachings have inspired countless people throughout history. It is often studied alongside other Hindu texts like the Upanishads and the Vedas, and is considered a foundational text for those seeking to understand Hindu philosophy and spirituality. Overall, the Mahabharata is a timeless epic that continues to captivate readers with its rich storytelling, profound teachings, and enduring relevance. Upholding Dharma. One of the central themes of the Mahabharata is the importance of upholding Dharma, which refers to righteousness and duty. The characters in the epic are often faced with difficult moral choices, and their actions and decisions have consequences that impact their lives and the lives of others. The Mahabharata teaches that it is essential to act in accordance with Dharma, even in the face of adversity. The consequences of greed. The Mahabharata also teaches about the dangers of greed and desire. The conflict between the Pandavas and Kauravas was driven by the Kauravas' desire for power and control, which led to war and destruction. The epic highlights the importance of controlling one's desires and recognizing that excessive attachment to material possessions can have negative consequences. The importance of family and relationships. The Mahabharata is also a story of family and relationships, and it teaches the importance of these bonds. The relationships between the characters, including the love and loyalty between brothers, parents, and spouses, are central to the narrative, and the importance of maintaining these relationships is emphasized throughout the epic. The power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a recurring theme in the Mahabharata, and the epic teaches that it is essential to forgive others, even in the face of great harm. The story of the Pandavas and Kauravas is a story of betrayal and revenge, but ultimately, forgiveness and reconciliation are the keys to achieving peace and harmony. The importance of self-knowledge. Finally, the Mahabharata teaches the importance of self-knowledge and self-awareness. The characters in the epic must confront their own flaws and weaknesses, and they must learn to accept themselves as they are. The epic teaches that true wisdom comes from understanding oneself and recognizing one's place in the world. The authorship of the Mahabharata is traditionally attributed to the sage Vyasa, who is believed to have composed the epic in Sanskrit. However, the text has been handed down through the ages by oral tradition, and many scholars believe that it was not the work of a single author but rather the result of centuries of storytelling and contributions by various poets and sages. Over time, the text of the Mahabharata has undergone numerous revisions and additions, with different versions and interpretations emerging in different regions of India. Some of the most well-known adaptations of the Mahabharata include the Tamil version by poet Kamban, the Bengali version by poet Kriti Bazoja, and the Telugu version by poet Nannaya Bhatta. In addition to the main narrative of the Mahabharata, The text also contains numerous sub-stories, anecdotes, and teachings, which were likely added by various authors and storytellers over time. Overall, while the authorship of the Mahabharata remains a subject of debate among scholars, it is widely recognized as a masterpiece of Indian literature and a timeless epic that has had a profound impact on Indian culture and society. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to World Famous Stuff REVIEWS https://www.youtube.com/channel/UCBSAMFKGO6 TCBZIC1 Exile.